those things you can't control. So what did you do? Were you able to find all the paint that you needed, or did you have
We
to?
we scrambled. We did what we had to do. I bought paint at a higher cost than I normally would have at other locations, but it was, there were a couple of occasions where we had to put off a project because we didn't have the material, or we had to tell a customer that we can't get white right now, so we have to paint it all yellow. And they most of the times they would acquiesce and say okay, but it it was just do whatever we had to do, figure out a way to survive. And
Yeah.
that was one of those strange times. Hopefully, we'll not experience again for a long time.
Yeah. So do you have any theories about why your retail business is slower than you'd like it to be right now?
So we have a good local following. It's the online sales, and I have not really. So I've tried using SEO, and I've tried other methods of.
SEO is not good enough. It takes years to build up the way,
Right.
it's not a fast solution at all.
No, looking for the fast solution. I was looking for the solution. I paid a company probably $35,000 last year, over a
For
period of,
SEO?
yeah, for over a period of 10 months to try and bring in some sales. And I was no better off after month 10 than I was after month one. So and I understand it's not a quick fix, but I was looking for at least some uptick in the sales, and I could not. And a lot of it was they tried to blame it on the platform I was using, which is not I'm not a Shopify sales customer, store. It's a more complicated storefront, which, based on we have over 10,000 items, I don't think Shopify can handle us.
Right,
Um,
that's right.
and, and so they complained about that. There was supposedly some changes with the algorithms in Google. There was this, there was that. There was like 15 reasons why we weren't seeing the kind of traffic that we should have been seeing, and why we weren't
Good
ranking.
35,000 bucks.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So basically, I was disappointed because there was a lot of promises that, and they weren't promising results, but they were showing me, this is what should be happening after, month one, after month two, after month five, after,
It's
and
all BS. Have
yeah,
you
we were no.
tried using ClickFunnels at all?
No, no, I'm not. So that's one of the things that I really need to get better at, and I need to
Yeah,
find what I really need to do is I need to bring in a manager for that portion of my business that understands a lot of that stuff,
yep,
that can help, to really promote the online sales.
right.
Um, I mean, as far as, like I said, local sales were okay.
Yeah,
People have learned that, that we exist, and that they can come in, by signposts,
yeah,
stop signs, handicap signs, whatever they need, pretty much in stock.
yeah,
Or they can order some things that, usually takes a week or so at most to
sure.
get here.
Yeah,
Um, there's a lot of that customer base that, but that, again, because it's local, that's more seasonal, whereas the online,
exactly.
online is, 12 months out of the year, because people are buying products all over the country. So, you know,
Try looking into Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. I don't know your retail, I don't know your retail business, but I think you might be able to get some attention on it,
yeah,
with really targeted paid ads. Did
right.
did your marketing group try paid ads into like specific landing pages and stuff?
Yeah, I'm looking at SEM next, but they for what they wanted to charge me to manage my SEM campaign was ridiculous.
You
So,
should just hire somebody, you should just hire like a person to do it, like with the
right.
size of your company, and because those guys will just continue to fleece you.
Oh, yeah,
They're never going to learn your business well enough to
right,
like do a good enough job. No
exactly.
way.
Yeah. So that's where I've kind of come to. So I am talking to a couple of different people about, updating and doing some other stuff for my site itself to make
Yeah.
it, a little bit more user friendly. Not that it's not, but it's, I have a different view of what user friendly is than most other people.
And
I don't.
10,000 items,
Yeah.
you might be able to get more attention to the whole site just by going all in on maybe 2 to 5 of your
That,
best sellers.
right.
What are your best sellers? Like is it signpost? Is that one of
Yeah.
them?
So a lot of really what I want to do is I want to go after the low hanging fruit. The item, so there's a lot of items that ship for free, and so it's, you know, it's easy. They pick it, they order it, it comes through. I process it. You know, if we have it in stock, I might ship it from here. Otherwise, I'll put a PO together and send it to the distributor or to
Sure.
the vendor and have them, you know, ship it out, drop ship it. We never touch it. Um,
Mhm.
that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to get to, is enough of those orders that I don't have to be on the phone checking shipping quotes, doing, you know, right now we're probably pretty highly ranked for concrete wheel stops
Okay.
because we get a lot of phone calls for those. The problem with
Interesting.
that, yeah, and people want to buy five or they want to buy two, and you have to explain to them that in order to ship two of them, it's going to cost you, you know, 5 times, 10 times as much as the item to ship it to you in Phoenix, Arizona. You know, and they don't want to hear that. They want to, you know, they want to know how come it doesn't ship for free. Well, because this is an Amazon, you know,
Heavy?
right? And a regular truck won't take it. They have to ship on a flatbed, and you know, you're 1,500 miles from the source. So, you know,
That almost seems like it would have to be something that was like more locally sourced. Otherwise, how could you make money on
there
it?
are,
Maybe you have a good way, but can't think of
yeah,
it.
and I try to steer them towards local companies. The thing with that is, you know, finding a good local company, because most people don't even know where to start the process.
I
The
wouldn't know.
Yeah, what I probably should do is, you know, contact local companies and say, hey, listen, I got this customer, you know, for a service fee, you know,
Yeah,
I'll put you in the network, and somebody calls and wants something, you know,
that's brilliant. That's your next business.
there you go. I'll put you in
The
touch with them.
network for the, I mean, that's awesome because it would be reciprocal, it'd be reciprocated
Right,
for sure.
right. So we'd have to, you know, I don't know. There's a way of doing that that would be profitable probably, but you know, realistically, and I say, and part of the problem is people don't read. So I have in my website, you know, for anything less than, you know, 20 or 30 concrete wheel stops, it's, you know, it's not feasible for shipping, you know, but there's no way to get that through to people, and they call and they think that, you know, you can ship, you know, five of them for 200, you know, $150 or something, and like, nope, not gonna happen. So
What do you have to do? You have to rent a whole flatbed truck?
yeah,
Just
well, basically that's it. So they have to ship on a flatbed because they, you know, the lighter ones weigh 160 pounds each, and they're
yeah.
6 foot wide. And so if you have an 8 foot wide box truck, it's hard to maneuver them. And so I tried shipping them LTL, you know, on a box truck,
Yeah.
and they got to the site, you know, got to the manufacturer's location and refused pickup because of the fact that they couldn't get it in and turn them around and do whatever they needed to do. And so, you know, you're talking about when you buy five of them, you know, you're almost 1,000 pounds,
Yeah.
and 600 6 foot long, 1,000 pounds, you know, is not does not bode well. So
No. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a mess.
yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you want to say to the people? Well, first of all, let me ask you this. If
Mhm.
people need your help, how do they find you?
Okay, so they can call, obviously. We
What's the
are
name of your company again?
okay. So it's the Ground Up Strategies, but we that's our parent company. So it's the Ground Up Stores.
Okay.
So it's the ground-up.com.
Hmm.
We also have our service side, which is the Ground Up SSI, and that is the groundup-ssi.com. And we have our retail location where we can also help with service items in McChesney Park, Illinois.
Okay.
Um, and we're on North 2nd Street, just off of the highway.
Okay.
And we are also, they can reach me on my email,
Okay.
um, CPS, it's Charlie Peter Sam at gusinc.net. CPS stands for Chief Problem Solver. That's my,
Oh, well, I love
um,
that.
that's
That's
on my
good.
core.
I love that.
Yeah. So I'm not a CEO type. I'm a little bit too
Yeah.
more on. So, you know, that was my title I chose. So yeah, we're here. We're available. You know, we sell products and ship them nationwide. So anybody
Okay.
needs anything for the parking lot, we can help them.
That's totally awesome. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people before we get going?
Uh, I think so one of my philosophies, we are talking about a little bit about risk and such. I have a sign that actually I have two signs on my wall that we made to remind myself that, one of them is ships in their harbor are safe, but that's not what ships were built for, which is a good reminder that, got to take risks to make any difference, make any challenge, anything happen.
Gotta
The
get
other
out
one,
there.
yeah, and the other one is a Italian quote that supposedly doesn't mean this, but it, I still want to believe it does. It's memento vivere, and means remember to live. So
Ooh,
those are two things that I'm trying to do. Balance has always been a kind of a problem for me. So every so often I got to look up at the sign and remind myself that it's not just about what I'm doing in the office, but get out of the office and spend time with the family too. So
yeah, it's hard as an entrepreneur. Sometimes you feel like you'll live to work instead of
yeah,
working to live, and it can be hard. It's really hard because you usually love what you're doing and it's your baby, and it
yeah,
can get a little it can get all consuming. But yeah,
oh,
no, that's definitely a good reminder.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Please get in touch if there's anything I can ever do to help you out with
okay.
anything. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Thank you. All right. Have a great day.
You too.